Hey, good looking. Welcome back to the channel. Thanks so much for joining me. Ready for another episode of BYOP? I sure am. This month, the girls and I have collected shadows that we have purchased, maybe swatched, but have never used on our eyeballs. So if that sounds like something that's fun for you, join us on Instagram. Here in the YouTube comments, you can let us know what you put in your palette for some single eyeshadow exploration. So let's get started on what I chose for my palette. Check it out. Okay, I'm going to assume that I've probably used pretty much every single Sydney Grace shadow that I own, but I do have some JD Glow. Is that JD? This is Gimme Glow. Yeah, these are Gimme Glow shadows. I know there's a couple in here that I haven't used. Okay, I've used the Electric Unicorn. I think I've used both of those. I don't think I've used this one. Yeah, JD Glow and then some Terra Moons. Let's grab a Terra Moons. Let's grab a JD Glow, and then I'll move to a different drawer. Okay, that one I know I've used. Something like this I know I haven't used yet. And it is Harvest. Nope, I know I've used that because I remember which video it was. It was a Coastal Scents video, actually. Okay, so Meteorite. I know I've also used that. Maybe this was really bad. I know I haven't used this pink one. Let me just tell you right now. I know I haven't used it. Why? Because pink. Andromeda. So I'll go ahead and use that one. I'll put that in. Okay, so for JD Glow, pretty sure I've used almost all of them, but I don't think I've used this one yet. I don't think I've used Insane on my eyelids yet, so we'll go ahead and add that one. Okay, let's move to, let's look through some Makeup Geek rounds real quick. And I can safely say I've used almost every single one of those. One that I'm pretty sure I've never used is this one right here, and I've always wanted to use it, and it's Curtain Call. Well, actually, I think I might have used it in the new version. So, this one right here, Sorcery. I really don't think I've used this one. I think I've swatched it and I've never used it. Okay, so we'll go ahead and add that one to our little palette. Okay, so I'm pretty sure I've never used the new Corrupt shadow. I've used the old one though, so I don't know if we can really count that or not. I think all of these I've used. They just may have been the old version. Like nothing is standing out that like, oh yeah, I haven't used this before. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I've used that Curtain Call. This one actually doesn't look like I've used it yet. Which one is this? Jester? Should I put it in there? I really can't remember if I've used it or not. Let's put it in there. If I find something else that I know for a fact I haven't used, then I'll go ahead and add that one. Okay, here we go. Put that little guy in there. And I've got the infamous Coastal Scents drawer that like falls out. Let's see. Do I even really like one? I could probably add like a ton of these because I think quite a few of these I never got to use. Because I think I only owned them for like 6 to 8 months before I ever quit using them, essentially. So what about this one? What is this guy right here? Oatmeal Tan. Nah, I'm pretty sure I've used that. Coral Treasure. I don't remember ever using that. Let's put that in. I need like a transition shade, folks. I'm hurting for a transition shade. So this is what we've got so far. 5 shades, and we've got 5 left. All right, this drawer here, we've got some ColourPop. Oh, there's like a ton in here. Now, some of these are reoccurring, like this is Glass Bowl. And I know that those shadows I've never used. I can't remember if I've ever used that shade or not, but I know that I haven't used this one yet, and I really want to. So it's, what is it? 20L1? What's the shade name? I don't know. But anyways, there it is. Fluff, maybe? Let's add it. So in Divina, this is another one that's like kind of difficult to really use all the shades in there when they're all special. So I know there's a lot that I haven't ever used. And the one that I'm thinking of is this guy right here. Asteria. I don't think I've ever used it on my eyelids, and I really I want to try and get a look with Asteria. I've probably used this before. What is this? Mystic Moon Pie. Oh yeah. See, I just gravitate towards a certain type of shadow, and that's what I use. This shade right here I know I've used because it was in my Rose Quartz dupe palette, but this one here, Kazookles, I don't know if I've ever used it. Actually, I think this was in my Utopian Dreams palette, so I think I did. Well, if we need to, we can come back to some Divina shades, but I think, yeah, I'm pretty sure I've used that before as well. But I think that's going to be it from this drawer here, or this little file. All right, I want to pick 2 Luxie shadows, and then I'll pick 2 Glam Shop shadows. So 2 Luxie shadows that I know that I've never used, that maybe I've only ever swatched before. Misfit. Does that seem like one? I feel like I've used and swatched it before, like heavily. This right here, believe it or not, Bubbly and Latte, I think I've had in palettes, and I don't think I've ever used it. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and add that. Look at that shift on that Divina shade right here. Did you see that? Okay, back to the drawing board. Withered Rose. You know, there are some from that, like E.T. Phone Home, Dark Side of the Moon. Oopsie. I'm pretty sure I've used Dark Side of the Moon. But there's a couple of other ones that came out with that I didn't use. Was Nirvana one of them? I feel like there's a lot of shadows that I just don't remember using. Ooh. This one right here. Moolah. Oh, I think I used this in a Pat McGrath dupe, but I never actually filmed it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I used it. Or no, actually I used this shade, so I think Moolah would work. Moolah would work. So we'll go ahead and add it. Okay, let's go pick out a couple Glam Shop shadows. One to be exact, because I already have 9. So I know I've used this shadow before on my eyes because it actually turns out to be like almost stark white for some odd reason. But the other hollow, I don't think I ever used. Let's not use that. These have been used quite frequently in duping the vibes of the Kaleidos Flower Punk palette. So this pink I think got used. I think there's some shades in here that haven't been used though. And I really think this shade right here. No, actually that one I believe was used in my duping the vibes of the ColourPop Powerpuff Girls. To be completely honest, this is going to seem like a neutral thing, but I don't think I've used a lot of these shades right here on my eyelids before. Because of the simple fact that, like, I find them in other things. Ooh, this is kind of cute. What is this? I'm pretty sure I've used this before. One that I don't think I've used would be something like this. Yeah, I think I might have featured this in one video before, but I don't think I've ever actually used it because what ends up happening is I'll use something that is more familiar in formulation. So yeah, definitely gonna add this guy to my palette. This is like one of the best palettes yet. All right, let's go over to the drawing board. I'm going to show you some swatches. All right, without even changing anything and doing any movement of the shadows as I place them in, I'm just going to go ahead and give you guys swatches. This is Terra Moon's Andromeda. You know what I think I'm going to do? Because so many of these are like special shades. I know, my audio stinks because I can't really speak into the microphone. Let's just do it on the back of our hands and then I'll just wipe it with each one. So that's Andromeda. This is like a pink shadow with like a grayish, silvery, and taupe shift. Looks very pink in the pan. Looks nothing like its swatch. You can just, I don't know. It's crazy. Okay, so that's Andromeda. And then I'm going to give you guys JD Glow's Insane next. There's Insane. I feel like that's pretty, you know, true to pan. Then next, let's do Makeup Geek and Sorcery. This is not a special shade or anything like that. It's just a nice icy blue aqua shade. In fact, did Sorcery get moved over to the square pan? I want to say it did. Maybe not. Okay, then we've got Jester. Again, my apologies if these ever have been used. I do a lot of swatching. What I don't do is a lot of use of every single shade that I swatch. So what I'll do is I'll kind of get a glimpse of the formula and I'll use a handful of the shadows and then I kind of am able to report on like the formulation. But do I use every single shade? No, not every single shade. But I do focus a lot on formulation. I'm really particular about that. Okay, this one right here, let me just hold it up for you guys. I think it's Pralina by Glam Shop PL, Poland. This isn't a special shade, it's just a beautiful shade. I think it's a really nice one and done shadow. It's a nice nude champagne without being too warm or too cool. Really liking that. ColourPop. I think this is Fluff. I think it's Fluff. We're gonna go with Fluff. Why is it Fluff? I don't know, but that's what it is. This one, I cannot get over the fact that like ColourPop has a really good formula. That's very, very buttery. It does, can I get you guys to see it? I don't know if I can. It's a little bit transparent even. Kind of reminds me of like a VR shade from Pat McGrath. But anyways, that's Fluff, or what appears to be Fluff, from ColourPop. Then I took Coral Treasure from Coastal Scents. And that's just like a satiny matte. Coastal Scents has satins that are closer to a matte formula than they are a shimmer, so that's why I went with that shade. And knowing my taste and preferences, I probably just wouldn't use a satin unless forced to, like in this project here. So I kind of know. Alright. I'm going to get these wiped off. We'll do the last couple of shades. Let me save this one for last, because, oh man, the shift on this bad boy right here. Oh, yes. Hopefully you guys can, this is the year I need to work on audio. Okay. So don't talk about it anymore. Kendra, they don't care. Bubbly. Luxie. Very beautiful. Again, kind of looks like that Glam Shop shadow. Ooh, let's swatch it next to the Glam Shop and see what the difference is. So there you go. This one, this is where I think something like this looks a little warmer, plus it's icier. This has got some saturation to it, whereas this doesn't. But anyways, there you go. That's Luxie's Bubbly. And that really does kind of look like a nice, beautiful champagne. Just a straight champagne. Okay, Moolah. Apologies if I have used this. I don't think I have. No, I don't think I have. It might have gotten used in a dupe video, but I don't think I actually ever used it. And this is one of their, this is a cheap pan. And Luxie's not known for cheap pans. Luxie has like good pans. Coastal Scents has good pans. They have those kind of like, I don't know any other way to describe it, but it's kind of a beveled. And it's nice and slippery feeling. Not that you guys came to this video for this reason, but just thought I would tell you. The quality of pans from Coastal Scents was amazing. Okay, this is Moolah by Luxie. And then, oh yeah, saving the best for last. Divina's Asteria. I think I used this for a dupe video for one of the Pat McGraths, and I never actually used it because I think I put this in place of a Cindy Gray shade, and I just ended up using the Cindy Gray shades. I don't think I used any of the Divina shadows. So here's the thing. If you can catch me and you have the link to the video that I used this shadow and I put it on my eyeball, then if you use that link, like, I will send you a freebie. If not, we'll just pretend like I've never used it, because it's pretty difficult once you get to this point of single shadow loving. Okay, here we go. Look at the crazy shift in that puppy right there. Do you see that? Wow. Like halfway through, there's hardly a bend. I just can't believe I didn't ever use this before. You know, boy, I might be giving away some free makeup here, because I find it hard to believe that I didn't use this, but you know what? We're going to go with it. Okay, don't want to take any more of your guys' time. If you are finding value in these swatches, make sure that you give this video a thumbs up. Let's go ahead and do a quick look real quick to finish off the video. Those are all the shades that I selected for my palette. I'm Kendra Morgan Official, and I like to collaborate with Cara from Beauty and the Frizz and Kelly Rettenberger from Keep Beauty Real. And every month we put out a monthly collab where we seek to use a lot of eyeshadows that maybe don't quite fit our other areas of life. So if that sounds like something you're interested in, make sure A, you subscribe to our channels, B, check out Cara and Kelly's video down below. I got it listed for you. I know Lock Maiden, she started chiming in, and there's been a couple of others that have said that they've put a palette together to play along with us. So there is no rules, anything goes, you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the swatches and found some of the shades to be interesting that I haven't yet used on my eyeballs. And yeah, if you're new here, I chopped off all my hair, and if you're returning, what do you think of my hair? I rather like it. I really wanted to do something shorter for the summer so it's easier to take care of. Hope you guys are enjoying all these overhead videos. I know it's been a minute since I've like hopped on face to face with you guys, but I'm sure enjoying filming all of these, and stay tuned for more. Make sure you're subscribed if you haven't already, because I got a few more of those coming up as well. So without any further ado, let's get into how I got this look right here. You guys have already seen the look, but you know, I haven't yet. Oh, all these brushes are dirty. This is the end of the month, so bear with me. we're going to use that ColourPop shade and place it all over the lid. Well, let me do the outer, like 2/3. Hopefully you guys can see this. Yeah, I think so. And that's that fluff shade, I guess, is what it's called, maybe. I don't know what I would deepen it with. I have pretty much all special shades in here. Ooh, maybe the Makeup Geek shadow would be, oh, Fallout Central here. I'm gonna tap off my brush. That was kind of silly because purple shades kind of tend to do that no matter what. Alrighty. Let's just do one eye on camera and then I'll go do the other eye off camera. Yeah, okay. Flip over the P21 Refer and using the Insane by JD Glow, place that all over the lid on top of that other shade. I don't know if I'm gonna have to spray my brush or not. Doesn't look like I will. Okay, it looks like I will. I just missed it here with some setting spray. Usually one spritz gets me where I need to go. I really just want this to be mostly the Insane shade, but then that ColourPop shade peek out underneath. I'm getting a ton of fallout. Okay, I'm switching to my finger because I feel like I can just get it done so much quicker and without the fallout. Sometimes that's what you gotta do. You make sacrifices. Yeah, I really like that shade. So here is JD Glow by itself. Then here's the ColourPop shadow by itself. And then I'm going to go ahead and put the ColourPop shadow on again, adding the JD Glow over top, and you guys can see the difference. Maybe not. Yeah. I'm just tapping it on, kind of gently buffing it in. See how much more like glittery it is? And it gives it more of that blue shift. It's kind of a periwinkle. It's really cute. I wonder if I should just like buff over the edge with it. Ooh. And just let that be like the blend. Okay, I can live with this. All right. Now that we've went way out of line, let's deepen it up with basically the only shade I have in this palette to deepen with, and that's Sorcery. And taking that on a Veramona brush, dipping in, tap off the excess, and just, this is pretty editorial. And just kind of buff into the edge, if you will. There is so much stinking fallout. And of course it doesn't dust away without like leaving the sprinkly stuff behind it. And I did powder my face first too. So I don't know what we're gonna do here. Just gonna kind of like blend that in and up and around. I just want it like softly getting darker. I don't know if that's actually gonna work or not. And then using that like champagne, I think it's a Coastal Scents shade. It's a satin Coral Treasure. Just kind of buff that around the edges, I guess. Oh yeah, I think that works. I mean, for the purposes of this, it's okay. It'll work. It's not like I would just normally just go to another, you know, palette and grab a shade, a transition shade of some sort. So it's okay. All right. Now, underneath lash line, let's do this Divina shade. It's Asteria right here. So picking it up on the same brush, the Vermona, wiping it off a little bit, and then dipping into Asteria. I don't know if this is gonna work or not, huh? Oh yeah, it does kind of work the way I want it to. Yeah, it just adds like that little pink flare. And then for inner corner, using this, I think it's a Terra Moon's shade, Andromeda. Yeah, I've swatched this a bunch of times, and I think I've never ended up using it in any of my palettes. I think it's just too pink for my liking, but maybe I'm kind of having a hard time picking it up. But there you go. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and finish the other eye off camera, and then put some lashes and mascara on, and I will see you guys on the other side. All right, I guess that's gonna about sum it up. I kind of thought that this wasn't gonna be a very cohesive look, but I was very surprised to see some of the shadows make it into my collection that I've never used on my eyeballs before, but I really actually enjoy. Like Jester is a nice, beautiful olive green. Never used it. And I think it's probably because it was one of the last Makeup Geek shadows that came out, and I didn't have the old Jester in the round pans, so that might be why I've never actually used it. And Asteria, if you guys can find a video where I used it on my eyelids, link it down below and you'll get a little freebie, but I don't think I used it. I don't think I have. But I did today underneath my lash line, so it's really pretty. And I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial as well. Thanks so much for joining us. Next month is going to be all the shifty, shiny shadows like duochromes and multichromes. And we're going to make a 10-pan palette of those. So make sure you guys join in and check it out. We've got a playlist going also. So if you like more of this kind of content, you can hit up the playlist and it'll be down below for you guys. So stay off track. All right, homework if you haven't already. Make sure you like this on your way out. Can't wait to see you guys in my next video. Bye.